Hello, my dear doll-loving friends. This is Annie from Annie's Playhouse, and I hope you're safe and well wherever you are. I am especially thinking of all our doll friends and all the people in Southern California that are going through the horrible aftermath of the fires, and actually they're still raging. I believe the Pacific Palisades fire just was started at just a week ago. You know, it's just horrible. It's hard to wrap our brains around the suffering that's going on and the sense of loss. And my heart just goes out to everybody. That being said, there's always cause for celebration as well. And I hope that the upcoming Lunar New Year will be a comfort to some. And today I am unboxing the beautiful 2025 Lunar New Year Barbie. She is just a stunning beauty, and I hope it cheers us all up to share in this experience. She's particularly beautiful, and I love her in this box, to be honest. It's one of the dolls where, I'm an unboxer. I don't leave my dolls in their boxes for very long as a general rule. But this is one that I almost would consider because it's such a beautiful box. So let's get rid of that glare and see what she looks like underneath that plastic. As you can see, I'm setting up a little diorama for the upcoming Lunar New Year. This fun little mobile is from Martha's Vineyard. They have an annual lantern, like they light up lanterns on Illumination Day, which is at the end of August, and it signifies the end of the summer season there. And it's, oops, my little prop over here fell over. I picked it up over there. There's a little church there that was selling items, and that's where I picked it up, and one of my favorite things. So the box itself, other than the presentation, is nothing super special. That pattern is just carried all the way around the box. Of course, the bottom just has the information and the barcode. And the back of the box talks a little bit about Barbie celebrating the Lunar New Year in a stunning, I meant to look up, I think it's Kipao, the Mandarin national dress, I guess, of China. But she is a stunning, stunning doll. As you can see, the talented people who designed the box itself did this beautiful sort of, it looks like a moon behind her that is really, really pretty. It's gold and red, which is very important in the Chinese culture, especially at the Lunar New Year. The gold being associated with power, wealth, and longevity and happiness, and the red it symbolizes joy, virtue, and sincerity. So the two of them together have quite a significance in the culture. So she's very beautiful in here. Let's see what the back of the box looks like here, the insert. So we have the Lunar New Year Certificate of Authenticity. I don't know if this even says 2025 on it. What I have noticed is that they're not putting, nope, I don't think it does. They're not putting the year on the boxes anymore or on the certificates of authenticity, it seems like. So I'm not sure why that is. It makes it really difficult for us to look up dolls in the future for people that may want to purchase a particular doll. So I'm not a fan of that change. I really loved it when Mattel gave Barbie's names And dates to me are really important. And then they also and gave the gift sets, or the, you know, if the doll wasn't named, at least her box was named in some way. And these new dolls aren't really named that much. And the date is missing. So there's many Lunar New Year Barbies. So I really don't understand. You know, we really want to be able to distinguish from one and to the other. So now I am cutting these little tea ties. They're at the bottom. I'm trying to be very, very careful to not harm this beautiful dress. Let's see, I think there's just one more left down here. Okay. Let's see how easy she is to get out of the box. I think there's one more of these little plastic flaps. Of course, let me know down in the comments if you collect the Barbie Lunar New Year Barbies. Did I say Barbie twice? I think I did. I am not a general collector of the Lunar New Year Barbies. This one just caught my eye because she is so beautiful. And I wanted to get her for the release price and not have to, you know, be gouged later. Oh my gosh, she's gorgeous. Look at this. Look at this doll's face. Let's see if you can see how close I can get her to the camera without blurring. This is called the Gia, J-I-A face mold, and that is, it was originally called the Generation Girl face mold. In the 2000s, I believe the year 2000, they named this mold the Gia face sculpt because they wanted to really have an Asian representation for Barbie, and I guess Gia is a pretty common name in Asia. And trying to think, I've read somewhere what the name actually meant, but I don't really remember. The Generation Girls came out in 1998. I'm pulling out these little tea ties from her head. It's not easy to do sometimes without disturbing the hairdo, but I really don't want them in there. Lately, they've been really hard to get out. I'm not sure why. There, I got it. Whew. Really need to put a little muscle into that. But anyway, that's when the Barbie face mold, is it the Millie? No, because they call it the Generation Girl. And so the Barbie face mold got redesigned to have sort of a smaller head and smaller eyes in particular. And that's when the Mara, is it Mara, or I believe it's Mari. The Mari and the Laura face molds also came out. So it's interesting. Barbie history is a very interesting thing. I mean, those of you that are new to collecting, you know, don't worry too much about, you know, all these little details. I find it interesting for collectors in particular, and it is just fascinating. But there is a lot of information, and it is very hard to remember it all, and I'm not sure how important all of it is. It depends on your level of involvement in Barbie lore and Barbie history. But I do find it fascinating and a lot of fun to learn new things about Barbie. You know, I'm taking this little guard off her hands, and oh my gosh, look at these hands. She has beautiful hands with really nice red nail polish. Very nice detail on the hands. And again, her face is exquisite. The, the face up on her face, is very subtle, very beautiful. She's obviously an Asian girl with very delicate features. This typical Chinese knot appears at the throat of the Mandarin collar, as well as on the belt, which is like a little plastic gold belt. I kind of wish they had painted that gold along with the earrings, because the earrings are exquisite. But maybe they wanted to match that knot instead. This is a mermaid style dress. It is, the fabric is not embroidered. Some of the past ones, I believe, were embroidered, but the pattern is beautiful nonetheless. I believe these are plum flowers, which I think also have some sort of significance. Let me see if I can. Oh, yes, of course. The plum blossom is a flower that symbolizes prosperity and resilience because it can bloom in very cold climates. So that's interesting. I did not know that about plum flowers. So let's see what's going on underneath here. She has very pretty gold shoes. Now they do have these guards. They're really cute shoes. They are the kind of shoes that I've seen the stars wear on the red carpet, where this part here is just sort of low cut, that part of the pump that holds the foot. And it's oops, there it goes. It's extremely chic. Okay, well, I lost both of the shoes as soon as I removed that. You know, they might be difficult to keep on, but they are so pretty. So very, very pretty on her feet. So let's stand her up. There seems to be some kind of a little plastic that's probably protecting her body. I'm going to put her on this Kaiser stand for a minute. There we go. So cute. Very, very pretty doll. Now let's look at this stand that she comes with. Because she is on the, well, they're calling this the Model Muse body. So I guess the Model Muse body is labeled in disregarding like where the hands stand. I always thought that the ones with the bent elbow on one side were the Model Muse, but apparently it refers to more than that. So I am wrong about that, because they are saying definitely on the Mattel website that this is a Model Muse body, and it also comes with the Model Muse stand. So that's another thing that signifies the body mold. See how the top of it is different? It holds the legs, her thighs, in a particular position. Now, I'm not a big fan of these stands that the dolls come with. For one thing, I mean, this one's pretty flimsy, actually. Back in the day, they used to be thicker and pretty heavy. And what I don't like is they add a height to the doll. So especially the dolls that have updos, fancy updos, they take up way more space in my doll room. You know what? I think before I put her on the stand, we should look at her. We should look at her body. The dress is Velcroed in the back. She has a really cute, simple little hairdo. I think, is that called a chignon or something like that in French? I think it's called a chignon when it's a low little bun like that. It's pretty back. Let's see how easy it is to remove this outfit. Very pretty dress. Of course, I don't want to hurt it. It seems to Velcro to this part of her back, but then it doesn't. I kind of wish they had gone a little bit further with it, because it does seem difficult to remove this dress. I definitely don't want to harm her or the dress. but I do want to remove this crinkle thing. I understand why they do that. They don't want to stain the doll, but it might also, I don't think in this case it adds at all to the form. I think it's there because of staining. But because, you know, if I leave the doll's head on this body, oh, I see, they put that tape. It's kind of like a double-sided tape here to hold that part of her arm. I always like to remove that. We don't want that on our dolls. If I leave her on this model muse body in this dress, which I may very well do, at least for a while, then I don't really care if the body is stained. That's just me. You know, a lot of people will feel very, very differently about that. But if I do change her into, say, a made-to-move body because I adore her face so much and I want her to be a part of my sort of doll community, the part that I do sort of play with and create scenes with, then I won't be using this anyway. So to me, this is an unnecessary step, but I can certainly see why some doll collectors would be really happy about that their dolls will not be, you know, stained. And I do appreciate Mattel's attention to detail as far as that's concerned. You know, I'm sure they do respond to people's comments and, you know, criticisms, and I know that a lot of people are really upset if their doll bodies are stained. So this is what the model muse body looks like. It's a beautiful body, and I really wish this sticky stuff wasn't there. Of course, you can remove it if you have trouble with it. You can remove it with Goo Gone, which really does a good job with these kind of sticky situations. In my book, it is annoying that they do it. I think it's all because of the presentation. And I guess for people that leave their dolls in the box, it's kind of nice to get the doll in the way that Mattel's designers, you know, expected you to receive the doll, and you can display them in your boxes without having to rearrange anything and open up your box. So this is what the body looks like. And I guess it's because of this bent leg that this stand helps support that stand. Now, I'm not sure which way it's supposed to go, which way this part is going to, or supposed to lean towards, so we'll try it out. I guess that probably is the right way. Yeah. So I guess the curve goes on the back, which I kind of never really took note of before. But she's a gorgeous, gorgeous doll. And the model muse body is very beautiful. There's no question about that. Now, one thing we want to be careful, which I was being a little bit neglectful, is the sheer fabric can get caught on the Velcro really easily. And look, I just rested it down for a minute, and it's already caught. So it's very easy to snag these kind of, you know, sheer fabrics. This dress is gorgeous. Very, very good quality. It's a nice, soft feeling satin that seems of good quality. It's thin, but otherwise of good quality. You know, the price point is not horrible on these dolls, so I can see why they can't really use the, you know, the embroidery, and they just print it on the design. I think that, you know, I mean, just quality is just not the same as it was in the past, but they really tried. This little knot is beautiful. The stitching on it is very, very, very nice. Oh, this is a Black Label doll, and it was designed by Joyce Chen, which she has designed several of these Lunar New Year dolls rather, or, you know, their costumes and everything. I always think it must be really awesome to be a Barbie dress designer or just a Barbie designer. Now, she does not have molded panties on, which I do think is good as well. I find those really annoying. But again, back in the day, they the dolls all came with little panties, or at least modesty, those little modesty panels, especially the short dresses. But most of my older dolls all have little panties on, which is just so cute. All right, let's see. I think I tried to look that up once on what year they stopped putting panties on Barbies. Because I always suspected that it started with Brooke Shields and her "Nothing Comes Between Me and My Jordache" jeans. Remember those that caused quite a stir? Like, what do you mean this teenager is not wearing underwear? Okay, here we go. We're putting this beautiful dress back on her because she will be celebrating the Lunar New Year. That's coming up at the end of this month on January 29th. It's a multi-day celebration with really wonderful traditions that involve delicious dinners with family and parades and lots of fun elements to it. The kids get red envelopes with money in them, and I think that it's a very fun. It sounds like a very fun time. I love those holidays that go on for several days instead of just one, and that's why some of my friends and I have birthday seasons instead of just a birthday one-day celebration. I like stretching it out, and I do the same thing with Christmas. Oops. Oh yeah, I do find these stands difficult. I just do, and it might be just me. I think that most collectors are just grateful to get a stand because they're so expensive. The Kaiser stands, like this is a good one. Some of them are fake Kaisers, but this one goes all the way down, and this one's going for like $8 and something if you're buying just one. I mean, that's like crazy. I am having trouble getting her on the stand in this dress. So, I don't know. Let me know if you have trouble with them. I break them really often too. I'm hard on them. Oh, there it is. Okay. I mean, I do prefer the Kaiser, but then, the Kaiser is cinching her on the waist, so, everything is a trade-off, really. Now, let's see. These go off the shoulders over here. Beautiful, beautiful. And then this is the little belt. That's what this looks like. This is really, really well made. So, it's finished nicely on the inside, too. There's no loose threads or anything. Very, very nicely made. So, for 2025, I think she's a very nice quality doll, and I do recommend her. I think that if you're interested at all in her face sculpt, or this dress, or her body, or the Chinese Lunar New Year, for any of those reasons, she's an exquisite doll and very worth getting. So that's my review of the 2025 Barbie Lunar New Year doll. Oh my goodness, the earrings are exquisite. I didn't see if they're removable. They seem to be, they are. They're removable, which is another plus. But honestly, I think I purchased her more for her face than anything else. I think she's just beautiful. So please take care of yourself. Be safe. Have a fire plan for your family so that if anything should ever happen, you're well prepared. I want to thank you so much for joining me today for this really fun unboxing. And I hope you subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Please give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed the content, and share it with your friends if you think they'd be interested. And please leave me a comment if you'd like. I'd love to know if you love this doll, if you've gotten her already, or if you're thinking of getting her. And let me know what you think of her and her beautiful face. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful day, and please stay safe wherever you are.